Today, I am going to show you an AI dashboard you don't think is actually 100% possible. I'm going to show you how to actually get it built. So over here, this is what we have built using two different AI, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So if you look at it right now, we have this part where it says show filters, and you can place a filter on it, and you can see go to department, go to type here, and the values are changing, and we have three filter on. We can actually have it hidden, but over here it shows us how many filters are affecting our analysis or our KPIs. So once you are cool, then you don't want to have the filters again, go back and actually click on reset, and it resets the filter, and the filter will be 100% clear and have it back hidden again. So the most beautiful part is going to be this particular load your data portfolio right in here, or load your portfolio data rather. So over here now we have the capability to actually bring in new data. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So those are the data set we're going to be using to actually have this particular dashboard created. So if you have updated version of it, you can always plug it in and get new analysis. That is what I'm talking about. It's something different that you might have never thought of before. So let me show you. So over here, if I click on reload and click on OK, so my data is wiped off, and these particular pages are not more clickable because we do not have any data right in here. And the beautiful thing is this is running offline, which means you don't have to be online, connected online to actually have it run. It's running on the web, 100% without you using the internet. Okay, what do we do right now? Come over here and get in your files. Before then, pay attention to this particular part. The status are some kind of missing and required. So every part of this particular rows and columns are null. So click over browse, and we browse our computer to bring in our data. So what you can do right now is to bring in multiple data at the same time by just highlighting the whole data, then click on open. Pay attention to here. Everything has been loaded right in and well validated. So nothing still happens. We can't click on any of the pages right in here. What we can do right now is to click over here to process the data. So once done, automatically everything comes back to life. And if we go back to this particular page again, you can see what we have right in here. This page is actually tailored towards, just collecting our data and distributing it to other pages right in here for we to see different analysis on the executive, operation, performance on finance, patient experience, and clinical outcome right in here. So let me shock you with another beautiful part of this dashboard. You see all of those values we have right on these particular pages. We can actually click on summarize. By going over here, you can see summarize, or you can use this particular one. Whichever one you want to use is all going to be the same thing. So we have just done that, and it has been downloaded into text file. Click on open, and over here you can see we have the KPI. So we have the top 5 hospital, we have their values, we have the department, and if we scroll down, we have more. Can you see how easy it is to use this particular dashboard? This is 100% created using AI, and within 5 minutes, you can actually have it created. Let me show you with another feature you have to take a look at. I'm going to show you how to get everything down. Clicking over data quality and Power BI here, you have the model, you have the relationship, which means all of those are just training you on how to replicate the same exact thing inside Microsoft Power BI. Then if you scroll all the way down now, you can see here, you can see the most important part is going to be the Power BI replication guide here, guiding you through specifically if you're a novice and you don't know how to use Power BI, this particular part can actually guide you on how to get it done. And finally, we have all the DAX that you should actually, write to get this dashboard done. And all the pages here, the DAX that has been used are all here. All you have to do is to know where to use them. The completed column and the measures, if you can separate them, that is going to be okay. Can you see how easy it is right now? So now we're going to be using two different AI to actually get this done. And the first one is going to be our almighty, Claude AI. So Claude AI has so many features or modules. Should I call it module? So right here we have chat and we have co-work. So we have code. We're going to be using co-work. So if you don't have subscription for Claude, don't worry, go ahead and use chat. It's going to give you the same exact thing. But I'm going to be walking you through the co-work right in here. And our main prompt will be written by GPT. So GPT is capable of taking in lots of text and convert it into a prompt for you that you can actually use inside Claude, which is something I really admire a lot. So Claude cannot really take a longer recording of your voice to actually turn it into something that you really want. So for that, we're going to actually be giving that to GPT, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So enough of this, let us get into the class, and I'm going to show you how to get everything done 100%. Oh, before you go, please try to subscribe. It's very important. I'm going to be bringing you more videos just like this every single time. Learn about Power BI and Excel on this very channel. And if you don't have anything to say, just say thank you in the comment section. So let us meet in the class. Here are the data set we are actually going to use right in here, all of those particular data. So now the very first thing is to open up Cloud AI. I already have it opened. Here we go. We have this. If you don't have the desktop version installed, go ahead and use the one on the cloud, which is go to your browser and browse Cloud AI, sign up and follow up. So if you're not actually on a paid version, you might not see, co-work or code writing here. So go ahead and use chat. The same result I am going to get is what you're going to get, but I'm going to use this particular co-work here. So the biggest advantage about this is that you can select where you want all your files to actually be saved into. So this particular, folder here is on my desktop. I'm going to choose this very one right in here. It's very important. So once I have done that, the next thing I have to do right now is to bring in all my tables. So click over the plus sign, then click over attach files. So this is all the data we want to actually use. We can actually get this particular data, including the data dictionary, into it. So now I'm going to actually highlight everything and click on open. So as you can see, our data set is here. So I love using GPT to write my prompt. This is where GPT does a very wonderful work than, Claude AI. So GPT can actually, help you to record your voice as a prompt to actually get out what you want for longer minutes than Claude AI. So let us head up to GPT. Remember, you can use the free version of GPT for the same thing, but I'm using the plus version. It's not going to be different. So the next thing I have to do is to come over here and click on the plus sign here, then load in the same data. So this is going to take a little while for all our tables to be right in here. So once our table is here, the next thing we have to do right now is to record our prompt. Now, instead of us writing our prompt manually, we can record or dictate what we want, GPT to do for us. Let's do it. Click over here. I want you to actually write a detailed Claude prompt for me to create an HTML dashboard, a functional HTML dashboard. But before we actually start writing that, you have to understand that the data first is very important. Go ahead and actually study the data, then know how the connection should be, and tell Claude what to do to actually have a very nice connection between our tables, right? So after that, the next thing you have to do is to tell Claude to design a page. This particular page should actually contain, all the tables that we have. Then it should be a page that helps us to load in our data, which means we're going to be updating this particular dashboard live and direct every single time we have a new data set. So it should be called load your portfolio data. So it should have a particular link that says drop your CSV file here. So which means we're going to be having browse. When we click on that, it will take us to our PC where we have all our data in. Then we should have all the lists of the tables that we have inside our data to be uploaded into our HTML dashboard. So after this right now, the next thing we want to have is to have a particular part of it that is called reload. When we click on it, we want every single tables we have loaded in to be cleared. Then another button we're going to have is summarize. The summarize will actually summarize our report into either CSV or text file, which is our current analysis on the page based on the filter context that is available. So now after this, it is time for you to actually create a detailed prompt that will tell Claude AI to design a very powerful hospital dashboard for us. But I don't want you to actually handle, as in to actually, allow Claude AI to handle that. I want you to handle what should be shown on each pages of the dashboards, the KPIs, the charts, the insights, and all of that. You should handle it. Define what should be on the dashboard, the dashboard color, how the dashboard layout should look like. Give a clear definition of it to Claude AI so that it can actually be very perfect. So if need be, write all the DAX that could be used to replicate this same dashboard inside Power BI. So go ahead and do your work. This is what you can do to actually, get the best out of Claude AI. The reason why we have actually, recorded our prompt writing here is because if we want to use Claude to actually record our prompt, so Claude it wouldn't allow us to actually record for a lengthy time. So for that, I always prefer using GPT to do that. And there are some other reasons though. So combined Claude with GPT always gives you the best quality work ever that you're looking forward to seeing. All right, as you can see, we now have all the prompts that we can actually use inside Claude AI to have what we really want, created. So what I'm going to do right now is to actually find the copy button. So it is somewhere around here. Once you see this particular check mark, it has copied. Let us go to Claude. So we are in Claude now. Keep it at the same page. If you have the premium version, use the co-work. If you don't have it, use the chart. It's going to work fine. So paste in this one. You don't have to write any other thing. Just go ahead and run this and give it some time to process. Now, as you can see, Claude is done with our work. So if you go through it right now, you can read through this particular part to understand what it is, but you don't necessarily need to read through all of this. So we already have our work inside our folder. But if what you have used is this particular chart right in here, you can click on the download link to have it downloaded. But because we use co-work, it's very easy for us. Let us go ahead and grab it. So click over here now. So here is my folder here, this content idea. Double click on it and we have hospital dashboard. Let us have it opened. Oh my goodness. Hope this is going to be true. Let's see that. I'm so panicked right now. Okay, what do we have? So we have this. Before we start checking it out to see if this is going to work, let us look at, this particular executive overview. As you can see, is blank, nothing on it. It looks like it has some couple of errors, but not an error. So if you click over here, the same thing, finance, the same thing. Can you see now? Nothing is showing up. Everything here looks 100% blank. So what can we do? Drop your CSV file here. So you can drop multiple CSV file at once. So files are recognized by name. So before you do that, let us check out this particular part here. Every single files we have given to, GPT and Claude AI, look at the names right in here. Now let us go and bring in our data, like our multiple files. Click over Browse File. So we have all of the files here. What I'm going to do right now is to Control A to highlight all of them and click on OK right in here, then watch it. Can you see? Everything here turns to green, which means successfully loaded. Now, pay attention to how many rows we have per files. We have 30,000 rows. Over here, we have 12,000. We have 16. We have 16, on and on. Can you see how it is right now? Beautiful. So if we now scroll all the way down now, we don't have anything that makes any sense here. If I go over to this particular page, nothing is still happening. So what can we do? Load process data. Can you see? Click on it. Once you click on that, let's see. Now 100% we have everything working fine for us. Can you see now? So which simply means if we go back to this particular data part, now we copy our prompt, we go back to here and we paste. We must make sure we are here. while we are here, open up this particular recent file and click on your Build Hospital Analytic Dashboard. So don't go ahead and create a new project, you understand, or a new task. Instead, we're going to be updating the existing one that we have worked on, then pasting your prompt over here. You get it right now. Then you don't have to paste in the screenshot right now because Claude created the dashboard. Claude knew what to do to actually have it done. So over here now, we're going to say, make sure are working. Or functional, whatever. So now, remember we are using credits. Like they call it message over here. So you have to be very careful with how many prompts you write. That is why I always love to use GPT to write a detailed prompt for me. Even though if I have to reprompt, Claude again, it's not going to be, multiple times, because the more you prompt Claude over and over again, before you know, you'll be run out of credit. Even though if you are on a paid version or on a premium version, just like myself. So I'm on a plus version or a pro version, I'm going to have more credit than you that is actually using the free version. Take note of that. So if your free version is actually telling you that you have to wait for like 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, you have to wait truly before you run it again. As you can see, it's 100% done. Can you see it now? 100% done. So all we have to do right now is to go back to the file. Let's go over here. So here we go. We have the file here. So what it's going to do is not going to actually, creating a duplicate of it again. It's going to update the current one, which is this very one. So double tap on it and let's see if it has gotten it updated. So right now, nothing shows that it has been updated, but let me show you what it is. So click over here now, browse. Let us get in our multiple data and click on open. So everything shows up now. Let us process the data. Automatically, once processed, you can see we have show filter here. This is amazing. Can you see it now? We have other filters hidden here. Again, just to cut it. And you can always reset the filter once you place it and have it back hidden. Do you see how beautiful it is? This is for every single pages we have in here. Click over here now. Click over here, over here. Let's go over here. Can you see it? So one beautiful part of this particular dashboard is that if you click over this particular data, quality, and Power BI, so you can see over here we have the model, we have relationships, how we can link our data. Then we go down, we have the data, quality check over here. So we have unmatched foreign key here. It's just giving you directions on what to do better in either Power BI, Excel, Tableau, or any tool you want to use. So we have duplicate primary keys and missing values. So we have Power BI application guide here. This will guide you on what to do in Power BI to actually have the same thing created. This is one thing I love about it. So this boils down to the prompt we recorded and what we told Power BI that we want to see. And the beautiful part is this: we have the DAX measures that we told, GPT to actually write for us. So that particular DAX is what is being used to create the whole dashboard. So which means if you know your DAX, if you see this, you can quickly tell what it is, right? So this is 100%, created for us, and it's not actually something that should actually make you lazy. Go ahead and learn how to write better DAX, better Excel functional formula, better Python code for data science and analysis is very important. What this AI is doing for you is just supporting you to think and cut off what is not necessary. That is all. You get it right now? So for that, this is just a mock-up for you to create something better in Power BI. It's not your final project. You can't export this into Power BI or Excel. Although I'm going to make a video on how to use Excel and Cope and Claude AI to create something much more better without you even leaving Excel to, Claude. But that will be coming in no time. So the very first thing you have to do for me right now before you go is to please click on the subscribe button. And if you're already a subscriber, please, the like button is actually very free. Click on it and just tell me thank you in the comment section and tell me what other dashboards you want to see in my next video. It's very important. Please note that you still have to learn your tools, even though if AI can do 80% of your work. So you still have to man it. It's very important. So see you in my next videos.